Don't think.
Did you listen to any of the CD? Is it funny? If I think we can, any bit of humor we can find, we have to take advantage of.
All right.
Did I tell you when I actually went and I got to meet him? He's very tall and very unattractive. And yes, I actually think somewhere there's a picture of this. It was after the show. He was outside. And, he's very tall.
Hello. Sorry. Don't go to Dallas tonight because you can't get home. 30 West is totally shut down. I've been on the road for 2 hours trying to get here, so I hope I can keep up with y'all. But welcome. We're glad to have you. Mr. Gates, are there any visitors with comments? No. Okay, thank you. We will approve the minutes of the December 13th meeting. Motion to approve, please.
Second.
Any comments or corrections? If not, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll move on, I think, to the trustee reports. A couple of things to share with you. There was a foundation board meeting yesterday, and Mr. Heat has some good news for us.
One of our foundation board members, who happens to be the vice president of J.P. Morgan Chase, Colin Green, who also chairs the foundation's investment committee, announced brought us a check for $75,000. It's from the it's from the Robert W. and Alma Norton Foundation, which is that fund is managed by J.P. Morgan Chase. And it's for scholarships, for digital marketing, and for alumni support. So that was real nice. So.
Thank you, J.P. Morgan Chase and Dr. and Mrs. Morton. Some of you old-timers may remember Dr. Morton. He was a radiologist here for several years of his practice, and then from here he went to MD Anderson and ended his career there. And luckily for us, he remembered Tarrant County and Fort Worth. Another special event in this month's schedule was the ribbon cutting at the Northwest campus of the Fire Training Center, and several of us attended, Miss Ayala and myself and the Chancellor and members of Miss Petty's team, and of course the officials from the training center. And those great big scissors really did cut a ribbon. I was skeptical, but it was a fun morning. We walked in and the class was all lined up in their blues, and I went over to say hello to them, and they didn't quite know what to do with me. They were looking straight ahead, and then they had to look down. And we wished them, there they are, we wish them congratulations on their success thus far and in the future. So I think we're in good hands. All right, thank you for sharing those photos with us. All right, any other reports from committees or board members? Ms.
Good
Dr.
afternoon.
Morrison?
I just wanted to report that at the end of last semester, we learned of the passing of the first African-American instructor hired for TCC, Mr. Reby Carey. And I was asked by the family to give the tribute on behalf of the college, which that tribute service was held at the new I Am Terrell campus, which was a very beautiful service. And I was happy to do that. Mr. Carey did many things in our community, was definitely a role model. There are about 30 copies of different books that he's written, his version of Fort Worth history. Some are in the TCC libraries. I believe all of the libraries have at least parts of that collection. And it's eye-opening, but Mr. Carey was a teacher at Dunbar High School of History. Then he went to TCC for 2 years, then was recruited from TCC to go to UTA because of the controversy over the rebel flag, et cetera, et cetera. All of you are too young to know about that, but it's good history for you to learn and to read about. Stayed there 10 years and then went to serve, was the first African-American elected to the school board, and then went on to serve in the state legislature. So he was up until a few weeks before he passed, still holding court at his living room table, still writing on other books, still writing, working to get Juneteenth declared a national holiday, among other things. So he was a true role model and activist. He told me about the little boy from Fort Worth who had an opportunity to join the Coast Guard to go to New York for training. He said he didn't know he was going to be out in the woods, but going anywhere from Fort Worth, going to New York was an awesome opportunity. So he had a very storied career, and it was my privilege to bring tribute on behalf of the college district. Thank you.
Thank you for doing that. He was a legend in his own time.
I
Any
had just a
others?
brief,
Mr. Greenhill?
what I did during the holiday. I'm going to bring you up to date on the politics. The 86th legislature is now in session, and your professional organization, the Texas Association of Community Colleges, and the trustee organization, CATT, are working together to advocate for community colleges on Capitol Hill. In this regard, I did meet, I went during the holiday season to Weatherford College. The new president there is Todd Farmer, and I met with the Weatherford president and the trustees there over the holiday to bring them up to date on everything that's going on, what our legislative priorities are. And then I learned that there was a legislative day in Grayson College, which is in Denison, and so I met with the TACC representatives, which are Jacob Farrar is the CEO, and Dustin is I forget his last name, but Dustin. They are the leaders of the TACC in the political world. And I met up there with them and the presidents of Vernon, Paris, Grayson College, and Weatherford College, and some of their trustees to talk about politics and talk with new Senator Pat Fallon, who's a new senator up there, gave him some information, and Reggie Smith, who's going to be the state rep. Community College Day is on January the 30th. I'm sure that Reg will be has contacted everybody about getting, I'm sure some of you will be escorting students to see representatives, and trustees will be there as well to help support. Trustee Patrick will be there to do some politicking as well. So we're all looking forward to that. The 86th legislature is going. Hey, thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Evans?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. President, I just want to remind everyone, of course, that Monday is MLK Day, and want to encourage board members and others to participate in those activities that will be taking place around the day. In particular, I'd like to invite folks to come to the country, to come to Mansfield, Texas, the Bethlehem Church. Sunday at 5 p.m., Commissioner Devin Allen will be our speaker, featured speaker. And we're highlighting the fact that this is a time for civility and time to champion social justice issues now for all people of all colors and all backgrounds. So just want to, again, give that invitation and ask you to come. But wherever you are in your given communities, be a part of that. If you can't make it to the country, to God's country, Mansfield, Texas, that's all right. Find somewhere to go and be reminded that it's a day on, not a day off. All right, thank you very
Tell
much.
them the name of your church.
Yes, the Bethlehem Baptist Church, House of Bread. That's what that means in Hebrew.
You're all mixed up. Dr. Patrick, do you have anything? Okay. We have a consent agenda item that was discussed at the Governance Committee meeting having to do with a policy-directed delivery method, and I need a motion to approve.
So
that
moved.
Dr. Morrison, seconded by Dr. Evans, yes? Any opposition? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, Mr. Tom Carr, you're on, our attorney relative to elections coming up.
Great. Thank you, Madam President, members of the board. I am Tom Carr and been doing this, helping this district with its elections since 1978. And Ms. Morrison's got 2 years on me, but it's good to see y'all. And I've got 2 resolutions that I would like to present to the board. The first one is a resolution in order for election. And it's my understanding we read the resolution. Is that correct? Or I read the resolution. Is that correct, Mr. Gates? All right. Resolution reads as follows. On the 17th day of January 2019, the Board of Trustees of the Tarrant County College District convened in regular session with a quorum of members present, and among other proceedings had by said Board of Trustees were the following. Whereas, in accordance with state law, the Board of Trustees adopted a single-member district plan which provides for 7 single-member districts. And whereas, on May 4th, 2019, the first Saturday in May 2019, the terms of office of the following trustees of single-member districts will expire, to wit, Place 6, 6-year term or until a successor has been duly elected and qualified. Place 7, 6-year term, or until a successor has been duly elected and qualified. And whereas the laws of the state of Texas provide that an election for trustees for said college district shall be held on May 4th, 2019, the first Saturday in May. And said laws further provide that said election shall be ordered by the Board of Trustees of said district. Be it resolved and hereby ordered that the Board of Trustees of Tarrant County College District, in accordance with the local and special laws of the legislature of the state of Texas, the general state laws, and the local policies pertaining to the election of college trustees, the Board of Trustees for Tarrant County College does hereby adopt the following order of election. Order of election. Be it ordered by the Board of Trustees of Tarrant County College District that on May 4th, 2019, there shall be a general election for the purpose of electing 2 members to the Board of Trustees. 1 member shall be elected from single-member District 6 to serve a 6-year term or until a successor has been duly elected and qualified. 1 member shall be elected from single-member District 7 and serve a 6-year term or until a successor has been duly elected and qualified. And be it further ordered that the member to be elected from single-member District 6 shall be elected by the qualified voters of single-member District 6. Single-member District 7 shall be elected by the qualified voters of single-member District 7. And be it further ordered that all candidates seeking election as member from single-member District 6 must reside within single-member District 6, and all candidates seeking election as a member from Single Member District 7 must reside within Single Member District 7. Each candidate must reside in a specific single-member district for 6 months preceding the final day to file for such office. That final day to file is February 15, 2019. And be it further ordered that every candidate must designate that he or she is a candidate for Single-Member District 6 or Single-Member District 7 on his or her application to become a candidate. Such application shall be filed with the Secretary of the Board or her designee not later than the 5 p.m. on the 15th day of February 2019. And be it further ordered that on the first Saturday in May 2019, being the 4th day of May 2019, the election shall be held from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on said day. If no candidate receives a majority of votes cast for the office for which he or she is a candidate, a runoff election shall be held on the 8th day of June 2019. Only the names of the 2 candidates who receive the highest number of votes for the office for which the runoff is required shall be placed on the ballot for such runoff election. And be it further ordered that notice of said election shall be given by publishing the election order in a newspaper in Tarrant County, Texas, and by posting notice of this order of election. Notice shall be posted prior to April 15, 2019, on the bulletin board used for posting notice of trustee meetings of the Tarrant County College District. Notice shall be published between the dates of April 4, 2019 and April 24, 2019 in accordance with Section 4.003, the Texas Election Code. And be it further ordered that Hyder Garcia is hereby appointed early voting clerk. His mailing address is P.O. Box 961011, Fort Worth, Texas 76161-0011, and whose street address is 2700 Premier Street, Fort Worth, Texas 76111. Be it further resolved and ordered that the Board of Trustees of Tarrant County College District shall identify at its next regular meeting the early voting times and locations, as well as the election day polling locations for this trustee election. Said election day site will be located within the College District and will serve as precincts and polling places for those voters in the Tarrant County election precincts which are assigned to said polling place for the May 4th, 2019 Tarrant County College District trustee election and any runoffs if necessary. Motion was made by and seconded by this resolution and order above and foregoing be passed and approved as adopted. And I would recommend its adoption.
Motion to approve. Mr. Heath, second. Dr. Patrick. Questions of Mr. Carr or otherwise? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Carr?
Thank you, ma'am. The other resolution that I have for you this evening, and also urge you to pass, is a resolution in order for election services. Whereas the Tarrant County College District Board of Trustees has ordered a trustee elections to take place on May 4th, 2019 for trustees to be elected from single-member districts 6 and 7. And whereas the Texas Election Code, Section 31.093, permits the Board of Trustees to enter into a contract with the Tarrant County Elections Administrator's Office for conducting and supervising a joint election on May 4th, 2019. And whereas by entering into this contract for election services, the Tarrant County College District will realize a reduction in expenses in conducting said election should the Tarrant County College District conduct the election on its own. Therefore, be it ordered and resolved by the Board of Trustees of the Tarrant County College District, 1, that the Tarrant County College District enter into a joint election agreement for election services for the May 4th, 2019 college trustee election and runoff, if any, with the Tarrant County Elections Administrator, and that said joint election agreement is hereby adopted by this board and college district for this election, together with the procedures and appointments contained therein. And 2, that the Board of Trustees of the Tarrant County College District hereby authorize its board president, Louise Appleman, to sign said joint election agreement and any attachments thereto on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Tarrant County College District. I would urge this resolution's adoption as well.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Mr. Heed, seconded by Mr. Greenhill.
Second.
Questions? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Carr.
You bet. Thank you all. Have a good evening.
Item number 8, consideration and approval of contract with Applied Research Consultants to provide engagement for 3 goals, 8 principles work for 2019 in the amount of $195,200. Mrs. Petty?
Good evening. So this item tonight is for a group called Applied Research Consultants in the engagement of our 3 goals and 8 principles work. As you know, we have been doing a lot of planning here and currently did our visioning and master planning process, which resulted in our 3 goals and our 8 principles. To be one college student ready and serving the community, and we're now ready for our implementation. So this contract is going to be for consulting services that are going to help us prepare our mindset, build awareness, gain alignment, and develop knowledge in the preparation for this transition and a cultural change. There's some information in your summary page. Real Estate and Facilities is managing this contract, but it's very much coming out of the Chancellor's office. And if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Mr. Greenhill, seconded by Dr. Evans. Discussion? Questions? Comments? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, Ms. Petty.
Thank you.
Dr. Giovanini?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Selfman. I am pleased to announce the appointment of Mr. Robert Bob Pacheco as Chief Technology Officer. Bob took on this new role just yesterday. Mr. Pacheco is an accomplished information technology executive with more than 20 years of experience leading business and technology transformations. In addition to his technical expertise, Bob brings a wealth of knowledge in the area of long-term strategic planning and project implementation. Most recently, has served as the managing principal of Sale Consulting, which provided professional services to clients on information management and governance strategies, design and implementation, and process and reengineering. Prior to Sale Consulting, he held senior-level positions at Alex Partners, Huron Consulting Group, and Content Control Systems. Mr. Pacheco earned his baccalaureate degree in economics from the University of Texas. Please help me welcome Bob Pacheco to the college. And Bob, you now go to work.
Would you like to
Mrs.
say a few
Appleman?
words
Yeah.
before we proceed with the agenda?
Well, I had a 15-page speech, but I
Please.
lost it on the way
You're
here.
trying to beat Tom Carr, I know.
I came on here as a contractor about 3 months ago, and within the first week, I knew this was someplace I really wanted to be here. So I can just tell you that I'm honored and privileged to be here, and I really am glad to be part of this. So
We
that's it.
welcome you.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go back to the agenda. Thank you, Dr. Giovannini. Item number 9, consideration and approval of 3-year renewal of Microsoft Campus Agreement with SHI Government Solutions in the amount of $1,544,784. Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Would you like to explain for those who didn't hear the presentation at the governance meeting, please?
Certainly. This is an annual renewal of the TCCD contract with Microsoft for use with their license and software operating system. So, and we just actually recently went through a procurement process to bring in new providers for this software license for us. And we're really getting some better services through this. But this part of this is the Microsoft deal, and it's for a 3-year contract, and it covers the entire campus. So,
Questions?
got long-winded.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 10, consideration and approval of purchase Dell small form factor computers from GTS Technology Solutions in the amount of $366,441.60. Motion to approve.
So move.
Dr. Evans, second. Mr. Heed? Go ahead.
This is a 5-year replacement using the Dell small form factor computers for instructors, lecterns, specific labs, and areas where full utilized computers were there. Part of this process is that we had initially done a tier 1 computer, and we found that it was not sufficient. So this one right here is a better quality machine that we've gone with this.
Questions?
I have a question. How do you inventory, or how do you evaluate the usage of these before we replace them? So in other words, if we have, let's say we have 50 at a location, how do we know that they're being used on a regular basis? Is there something internally that we can verify that?
That's actually a great question, and I am brand new here, so I'm not sure how to do that. But I can call up one of my compatriots here if you want to get more of an answer from that.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Have them, please.
Doug?
Come up front.
Oh, not Doug, I'm sorry. Richard, where's Richard? Come up here, please. He's much more tied into this, and so.
He just thought he was through.
Well, he was here to support me on this, so it's very nice. Thank you.
So could you repeat the question, because it was hard?
No, absolutely. I was just asking, is there something internally that can evaluate? Is there something? You hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
Is there something internally in the computers that can validate whether or not it's being used on a regular basis or not? Or how do we evaluate whether they've been used or not? If we're replacing something, how do we know it's been used on a regular basis?
And that's a great question. I'm not sure that we have reports that show what the utilization is. We do have the technology to do that, but nobody's really asked us to do that specific thing. For where these are being placed, these specific ones, they're in the lecterns inside the classrooms, they're in labs, they're in those special places where a full-size computer physically can't fit.
Okay.
What we did originally is put a less powerful, if you can talk about, processor power, into those spots, and we found that they were underperforming.
Right.
So that's why we're asking to move to this model.
I understand. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And what happens to those you've removed?
Sorry, I should have waited. When we replace those machines go back into inventory. They get written off as assets, and we donate them to Goodwill.
Goodwill, okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
No, I thought that was an important second chapter that.
It really is, and we're in the process of doing a lot of that type of work with Goodwill.
And that's been a long-standing arrangement with all of our unusable
Correct. It's not just
furnishings.
desktops. It covers all gambits of the computing, from laptops, printers, desktops, monitors, everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, and one other question before you go.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if this equipment has information on it, but who's responsible for wiping those clean?
All those
before
hard
they
drives are physically removed by our Campus Support Services Group. They're quarantined, and they are given to a company that does destruction on them, all the data.
Okay. Good, thank you.
Thank you. All right, everyone ready to vote? All those in favor of the contract for the purchase of, sorry, I moved mine. Dell small form factor computers. Say aye, please.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Now, item number 11, consideration and approval of purchase of CISCO network upgrades from General Datatech for in the amount of $675,504.30. Motion to approve. Dr. Morrison, seconded by Dr. Patrick.
So this is a replacement for some of our core network and equipment that we have throughout our data center. It's reached end of security life, and we can't put, the vendor will no longer support putting the new patches on there that takes care of security problems or anything like that. So we really don't have a choice on this situation right here. In order to maintain security, we really have to update this equipment.
Questions, discussion? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 12, consideration and approval of purchase one login phase 2 single sign-on Active Directory from Insight Public Sector in the amount of $254,343. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second?
Dr. Evans, seconded by Mr. Greenhill. Mr. Pacheco?
This is the second phase of our single sign-on initiative that we had started, I think, the end of 2017 and went through 2018. During the phase 1 of the process, we discovered some issues that we really needed to take to address in the phase 2. And so you're seeing right now some changes from the initial phase 1 to address those changes that we had discovered in phase 1. What this is going to do is allow us to continue the rollout of the single sign-on to various applications that we're using, and also give us the institutional knowledge so that we can do it ourselves when we add on new applications.
Questions? All those in favor, aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 13, consideration and approval of purchase Lonestar Education and Research Network connection in the amount of $118,258. Motion to approve.
So moved. Second?
Mr. Heath, I'll give you the motion. Mr. Greenhill the second. Mr. Pacheco?
This contract here is with Lonestar Education Research Network, and it provides a direct connection to the Microsoft Azure cloud services. It gives us direct access to Microsoft Azure, Google, and several other major networks out there without having to use slower VPN access. It also gives us, it's more of like a peer network, and so we're part of this consortium of various universities as well as Microsoft, and it gives us direct access at high speeds without a lot of the in-between network, and that slows down traffic. And so this is really instrumental as part of our single sign-on endeavors.
Comments? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to TCC.
Thank you very much.
Dr. McClendon?
Good evening and Happy New Year to everybody.
To you.
This is our fourth month of the fiscal year. All our revenues on target. To meet the budget, or to date income is 182 mil, and we're sitting on about 48.6%. Our expenses, our target is 33%. We are sitting on, however, we do have encumbrances that make our expenditures look longer, therefore longer periods than this. So we're sitting on about 112 mil, and we have 26 mil of encumbrances, and we're on 36.5%. Questions? All right, on our investments, our pools have been, our net increase in our pools of 52.9. That means that we receive more money. It's not they have appreciated it. Our short term, there's no activities. Our agencies, we had one $10 million instrument that we had that retired. We purchased two, one for 10 mil for 2 years and 3 months at 2.45% interest, and the other one for 2 years and 6 months at 2.5% interest. Our total portfolio has increased by 63.9 mil. Our balance is 345.8 mil. Our yield is 2.09, and our WAM is 340 days. Any questions?
Everybody happy with that? Any questions of Dr. McClendon? Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Dr. Giovannini.
Mrs. Bracken, please.
Good evening, trustees, Chancellor Giovannini. I am truly delighted to be here tonight to introduce to y'all our newest addition to the staff. We have a new attorney. Her name is Lauren McDonald. She is a graduate of Texas A&M for her undergraduate degree and Baylor Law School for her law degree. She comes to us from the firm here in town of Dow, Pham, and Harrison, which is an labor and employment law firm. Lauren has actually worked on many cases associated with the district over the last several years, most recently a case that we worked on in August. And I am truly delighted to present the newest attorney. She will be focusing initially on issues regarding human relations, Title IX, and student discipline. Lauren?
Hello, everyone. I've enjoyed getting to serve the district as outside counsel for the past several years. I look forward to the opportunity to serve in this new role, and I am truly grateful for this opportunity and getting to work with everyone. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome, Lauren. Last Thursday, the college held its academics day. It was a convergence of faculty, all of our faculty, at the Hearst Convention Center. And we set up for the number of faculty we had, and more people showed up than the faculty that we have, I think, because it was full. And that's a good thing. And it really is an indication and reflection of a good reflection on the entire institution, but specifically the faculty and their commitment. And last week, I did call out a group of faculty, and I'm going to do so this evening as well, because it's the leadership of the faculty that really set the tone for the rest of the faculty in the organization as it relates to the culture, the environment, and therefore it results in that activity and that great turnout we had last week. So today with us every month is the Joint Consultative Committee. It's the leadership of the faculty who come and sit through this meeting, and a couple of them even sit through the executive sessions until we're done. And that's much, much appreciated for that commitment. I'd like to ask them to stand up, folks, so you can be recognized and noticed. Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
It's 6:39. I just can't let y'all go. But it's not going to be a closed session.
We can't. Point of order.
The next governance committee meeting is February the 7th at 2, and then the 21st for the board meeting. And mark your calendars now, the March 7th governance committee meeting, the start time is delayed by an hour, so 3 o'clock on that one, but 2 o'clock in February. So enjoy your evening, and thank you for being with us. We are adjourned.